Alright, let's try the vanilla flavored mochi ice cream. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Alright, time now is 12:24 afternoon on July 4th. Yeah, so I slept from 3 a.m. to 11:30, which is amazing. All the way, no interruption, nice, thick, juicy ass sleep. And then I went back to bed a little bit until 12-ish, and then here I am. I had a dream where I saw Natalie in the near future, probably when I return to Hong Kong. Natalie told me she has a crush on someone. And that someone is none other than David, the Swedish guy whom I've met in my film class. Uh, and I got upset because I hated that Natalie's able to love someone and I'm not. But also I hated that Natalie would love someone this from this far away, you know? And it's so difficult for me. So I don't know. And then in the same dream, I think I returned to the school and a bunch of people started doing weird things like dancing, fighting, dressing weird and dancing in circles, something occult, but in a jokey way. And I filmed them and I wanted to edit a video called like the top 10 weirdest moments that happened in my school or something like that. Yeah, nothing else. So my sore is still not healing. In fact, it's grown a little larger. And it fucking hurts. So that's great. And I'm not gonna do too much today. So normally I don't do laundry this frequently, but I'm gonna wash the clothes from yesterday ASAP. Including jacket, even though I've only worn it once, because it's truly dirty. This is the definition of dirt and grass, like dead grass, literally. And I'm gonna wash my bag. Like by wash, I mean like I don't know, use water to like wipe it down and stuff, and hopefully it dries. Cause I think I'm gonna need it tomorrow. Um, will I need it tomorrow? I don't know. I need to look at my schedule. And then, yeah, so, I'm going to go to Target, walk there probably, because I don't want to waste money for a bus ticket. I'm gonna walk there, buy some stuff, my shower, gel, brush, maybe some nice clothes for a pajama, and then I come back home, and that's it. And then I'm gonna go to Nijia Market to buy a garlic, and that's it. Garlic or something catches my eye, but I'll probably just buy a garlic, and that's it. Unless Cindy had brought some garlic back home, because I know she took away a lot of stuff, including the garlic. So that's that, and that's all for today. I'm also gonna try to call the Tiao Chus, but it is unlikely that they're gonna pick up the phone. And yeah, alright, a few more things. So, I made a few Instagram stories last night because a lot of people are dying. Or not last night. I mean, yeah, last night. A lot of people are dying, so aside from Ni Kwan, we also have Alex Law, who is a director in Hong Kong. And I reposted that Instagram post, and I just straight up like typed like, why is everyone dying? Almost in a joking way, but also kind of serious. And the Hong Kong Gag Instagram channel replied to this post saying, "Nobody's immortal." I think he's taking this too seriously, but I mean, or it's that I find weird that an official meme Instagram account, well, not official, but like a big meme Instagram account would like randomly reply me like this. Um, I spoke with Czar a little bit. I spoke with Leah a little bit. So Leah, formerly Leo, Leah, um, talked to her about sort of some of our plans for the return, for my return to Hong Kong, and yeah, it's nice. I'm looking forward to it. I told her about my plans on July 31st. I have to go to my grandparents' place and I want to watch 3 movies and make a 2-minute short film. So far, that's all I know. Kind of want to have lunch with Jordana. Kind of want to, just some weird shit. Yeah, just whatever. Planning to have a huge lunch and dinner and hangout event with Natalie and Cedric as well. But I also low key want a hangout where it's just me, Natalie, and Cedric. No others. Just us 3. I want that. Because I don't know. We're the conspiracy's main 3, you know? Yeah. I don't know, I'm just feeling a very strong sense of nostalgia. Just thinking of us 3 hanging out in the mall, you know. Last time we hung out was August of 2019. And yeah, just so long ago. It's been 3 years. And then yeah, 3 years. That is like half the entire secondary school life, or less than half actually. Because secondary school life is a little bit more than 6 years actually. But yeah, holy crap, holy moly. Again, last night I met Aika. I am beginning to wonder if I recognized the wrong person, but I'm still 99% sure that's Aika. I'm still 99 freaking percent. She looks exactly like her in the Zoom meeting. Exactly. Same hair, same facial structure, same everything. That's her. It's literally her, bro. But I went to her Instagram and she hadn't made any Instagram stories last night. Maybe she had made some this morning, but I don't know. But I realize there's no rush because there isn't a huge difference between me approaching her last night and me not approaching her. But the fact that I stared at her already makes a bit of difference actually, because when I and Aika start becoming friends in the future, which will happen, it has to happen. I'm gonna bring up this, and it's going to be a weird thing, and it sort of builds my mystique, maybe. So, there's that. Yeah, speaking of Aika, I don't think Pepper's ever going to invite me anywhere. And I know I've said this like 6, 7 times already, but Pepper's not gonna invite me anywhere back in Hong Kong. But I remember how enthusiastic was on the last day I saw Pepper, or on the last day, second last day, like on the final Film 31 class. Like she's just so enthusiastic and happy around me. And then in the last day I saw her was the legendary HKOS gathering, and um, yeah. But okay, who cares? I'm gonna focus on my short film now. I need to finish the call sheet tonight. I need to have an idea of how much the budget is, even though it doesn't really matter because it's gonna be small anyways. Um, and then yeah, I'm just gonna call the Tiao Chus and plan everything. That's it. That's all for today. Alright, time now is 4:42 p.m. Let's walk to Target and walk back in the blistering sun. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Bought a bunch of stuff. $42. Oh my god, very expensive. But I got ice cream. I didn't get pants though. But I got a shirt. Alright, time now is 5:42. This is what I got. Okay, so first of all, L size gray t-shirt. I went through several ones. This one seems, I found a blue one that's pretty good, but that one's dirty, so I'm getting this one. Brush. Clorox for the bathroom. For the shower place. Conditioner. Clorox wipes. Shampoo. The same kind I have right now. And I'm sorry, I have to. I don't know why, but I see this and I'm like, god damn, I need to try it. I need to try it before I leave. So here it is. Hopefully it doesn't melt. Hasn't melted. Oh my god, it's still going. There were some pretty loud explosions and some dogs barking. And I'm waiting for my chicken to cook. It's still in the oven. I don't know why. It took such a long ass time. Oh, there we go. Will we get another one? Another big explosion? Alright, time now is 10:49 p.m. on July 4th. So, yeah, 4 words. Nothing important happened today. Nothing all that important anyways. So first of all, my canker sore is at an all-time painful. It hurts so much, I don't want to talk, actually. I can't even move my mouth now. Like me? Like, I don't even need to eat in order to feel pain now. If I try to swallow my saliva or if I move my lips, it's already hurting. In fact, it's actually hurting right now. So it's just hurting 24/7 now. I just can't do anything about it. I hate it. I hope it heals before I make my short film, you know? Oh, fuck. Okay. But yeah, it's July 4th, so fireworks were being launched outside, and very crazy big explosions. Many wow, dogs were barking. I was cooking my dinner, and at 7 p.m., I put my frozen chicken out onto the kitchen table. And even 1 hour and 20 minutes later, at 8:20, it's still frozen like a pack of ice. I don't know why. So I'm like, fuck it. So I tried to cook it. I put it on a rice cooker first in the hopes that the rice cooker would steam it, like heat it up a little bit, you know. But no, it's still 2 blocks of ice. So I tried to fry it, but very slowly with the lid on. Still doesn't work. The outside is very cooked, and the inside is completely pink, completely raw, not even a little bit cooked. So I'm like, fuck it. I put it in the oven and started baking it. which is something apparently I shouldn't do because these pans aren't meant for baking. Jared told me that it's gonna burn, but just fuck it. I just need to cook it. I can't wait for another hour for the fucking chicken to cook in the pan. So there we go. Cooked it. That's that. Wow, I consumed a lot of calories today because the slice of cake was actually 500 and something calories. And then we have the sausage for lunch. I had a piece of sourdough bread and one sausage, and one sausage is 320 calories. So I actually, before the dinner, I already consumed 1,400 and something calories. So with this dinner, it's probably over 2,200. I don't even need to eat dessert. And I have a lot of dessert. I have mochi rice, mochi snack. I have mochi ice cream. I got the jelly. I got 2 apples. I still got Snickers and Twix. And I still got potato chips. I have so much food suddenly. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, I did buy a lot. But wow, I have a lot of food now, so I don't have to worry about that. I got the codfish. I got the beef. No, pork chop. I still got 2 thick pork chops. Um, I still got loads of rice. I don't know why, but I'm going through my rice really fast. I'm My big bag of rice. It's at a halfway point now, which is crazy because when I started eating my first bag of rice, it was from March 6th when I moved into the Airbnb the first night. I bought that bag of rice, and I ate that bag of rice all the way until like the end of May. So that's like March, April, May. That's like 3 months. And then at the end of May, I bought a new pack of rice and I started using it. And right now it's July, so 1 month, and it's already halfway when it's supposed to be only 1/3 of the way, you know? So I've definitely eaten more, and I think that's because I'm pouring 100 milliliters of raw rice every time. Whereas back in the Airbnb days, I only use about 60 to 80 milliliters of white rice every time. So there's that. But yeah, I'm definitely like, again, I don't talk about levels now because there's only one thing, and that is short film. Right. I forgot to mention this, but holy moly, guys, holy fucking moly. So today is July 4th, it's a holiday, and I thought nobody's gonna pick up any phone calls. Like, I tried to call the South California Teochew Association yesterday, no pickups. I mean, of course, it's a Sunday. Even though, according to Google, they're supposed to be open. Fine, I'll call it today. They picked up today. And somebody, I don't know if it's the same man I spoke with last time, but this time I was like, can you speak English? Is it okay? I feel a little rude because maybe it's a different person. I don't know, but he's like, yeah, English is okay, just a bit. And I'm like, okay. So I said my piece. I said, okay, I'm a student from this college. I am a film major. I need to make a short film, and I want to use a temple. I will be coming on Wednesday. And he asked me for a little more details. Can you say more? And I said, there will be about 7 people. And he's like, okay. So, holy crap, holy cow, holy shit, holy fuck. Oh my god. I got all the actors. I got the locations. I planned everything with Christian already. Holy cow. I'm doing it. This is it. Tonight I'm going to make the call sheets. I'm going to ask Christian, when is he going to drive? When is he going to pick me up? I'm going to wake up super duper early on that day. Holy crap. And that day is like the day after tomorrow. So I need to sleep early tonight and wake up earlier tomorrow. And, holy shit. This is it. Oh my god. It's actually happening. Holy. It's actually happening. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I wasn't even that excited when I get to film Dreams of an Empty Street. I don't know when was the point. I guess there wasn't a point when I did Dreams of an Empty Street where I was like, oh my god, it's actually happening. I guess there wasn't really a point. I guess there was a point, and that was when Paco, the producer, found those actors and put me in a Signal chat group, and I'm like, oh my god. But right now it feels even more earned because I did this from the ground up, you know? I found a crew by myself. I asked Christian, and Christian found other people. I found the actors by myself. In a way, I asked people. So I'm the producer this time. So this time, instead of, haha, I have this idea, let's write this script, and then suddenly a bunch of actors just show up and I feel super overwhelmed. Instead, I feel differently now. I feel excited and not pained. And also, I guess the reason why I'm less insecure this time around, even though I still very much am insecure, but the reason why I feel less insecure is because people generally like my script without any complaints at all for some reason. My mom really liked it, aside from a couple of small issues. Christian really likes it. The actors really like it. Um, and I've been receiving suspiciously positive feedback. Suspicious, because I'm not used to it. People hate me all the time. Not only my scripts and my short films, but also me, you know. But this is weird, you know, not being hated. It takes some time getting used to, you know. Um. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I'm so happy I cleared like 13 gigabytes last time around when I cleared storage space for my phone. Okay, but yeah, nothing else happened today. Um, I'm gonna just sleep early, and then tomorrow's gonna be also a very chill day. I'm gonna go to Nijio Market and buy a clove of garlic. And I'm gonna clean up my bathroom maybe later. I'm just gonna, you know, prepare. And it's gonna be nice, yeah. And then Wednesday will be the shoot. So, another thing is I'm gonna ask the Chinese boss lady about the money, because clearly, if I'm not getting any shifts this week, I'm not gonna get any next week because I'm leaving. So, you know, where's my money, huh? Yeah. So there's that, and nothing else. All right, time now is 1:28 p.m. on July 5th. Fuck. So, I went to bed at 3 a.m., which is kind of nice, you know. I wish it's earlier. I'm gonna try 2:30 tonight, but 3 a.m., not bad. And then at 8:40, and it was a nice sound sleep. I fell asleep immediately. And I even had a dream. I had a dream where it's like I'm living in a movie, like The Matrix, maybe. And we had to like hand this chip over to something. We were in a futuristic city, and a lot of weird things are happening. And then suddenly, someone who's supposed to come with me to do something betrayed me and stabbed me with like a piece of metal string or something. Anyways, at around 8:40 a.m., 8:40, I heard banging noises. I woke up from my dream, and guess what? It's from outside. It's from outside, banging noises and yelling, "Enoch! Enoch!" So I'm like, what the fuck? So I woke up, I left the bed, and apparently it's not the apartment door, but the patio door. Cindy trapped herself outside at the patio. So I went outside and opened the door, and she's like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Okay." And I went back. And I'm like, oh, also. And then I went out again to turn on the air conditioner, turn it back on. And then I went back to bed, and guess what? I can't fall back asleep. Fuck. Every single time, man. Every single time. Aside from yesterday morning, the last few days have been terrible when it comes to sleep because my sleep gets interrupted. And it's usually because of Cindy. She turns off the air conditioner, She traps herself at the patio. She cooks. So, fuck. But I think I didn't really look at the clock, but I stayed on my bed for like an hour or maybe an hour and a half. I just closed my eyes and I believed. I believed that I could fall back asleep. I want to sleep and I want to go back to sleep. Because tomorrow I'm not going to have a lot of sleep. I'm going to only have 5 hours max. And if I have little sleep today and little sleep tomorrow, I'm going to be a dead, wasted zombie tomorrow. And I can't allow that to happen because I am directing a movie tomorrow. So, fine. So, I believed. And then at one point, throwback to a couple days ago or 3 days ago when I couldn't return to sleep again. Today felt a little nicer because today my thoughts would stray away once in a while very nicely. So, at some point, Cindy left. She got her keys, she opened the door, closed it, locked it. And then that is when everything quieted down, and then I fell back asleep. And so it was a nice sound sleep until 12:50. And now here I am. You can tell how terrible my sleep is by looking at my hair. You can tell I rolled at the side, I rolled here, I rolled there. I tried sleeping upside down, like face to the pillow, backside up. None of them worked. But yeah, here I am. So, today it is not going to be a very crazy day. I'm going to be doing a lot of house chores today, in fact. Not really a lot. I'm going to trim my nails. I'm going to trim my facial hair a little bit. I'm going to clean up my shower place. I'm going to ask the Chinese boss lady about the money because she owes me. And most important of all, I'm going to make the call sheet for my filming. That is tomorrow. Yes, I am dangerously late. I am extremely late. But Christian hasn't responded to me about when he is available. Because Christian's going to be the one who wakes up the earliest. Because I hope he would drive me there. So, there's that. So I'm going to wake up super early tomorrow. Maybe 7:30. And then hopefully we'll arrive at the film location by 8:30, and then 8:30, and then at 9 we're gonna have another location, and then at 10 we're gonna have another location. So there's that. And if everything goes well, then at around 1:30, 2 p.m. tomorrow, it's gonna be a wrap, and then I can treat everyone to lunch. And that's it. So I don't know. Also, yesterday I received an email from this random white person. Turns out it's for a short film called Finding Oscar, which is a half narrative, half mockumentary type of short film. And apparently this is exactly the short film that Eleanor talked about when she asked me to be part of their crew. Which is kind of scary because I've never done this before. All my life I've been either editing videos or writing, directing. I've never actually been a part of a crew or something. So, and I've acted too. I've acted in commercials. I was in drama club. But I've never done this. I've never tried sound. Apparently they need a sound guy. And last night when I was taking a shower, I was like, oh fuck. Sound guy is probably the toughest. Sound and camera operator are probably the toughest. First of all, I do not want to be the camera operator. I will fuck up everything. Don't trust me with that. Second of all, sound guy, I have to hold the boom mic, do I? For hours on end. My arms are going to break. Which is bad, man. So, I don't know. I just frick. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, that's that. But I already agreed to it, so I guess I'm gonna have to try it. And given that I don't have any shifts at the well, and I haven't received any news about the Christian gang hangout thing, I think the rest of my days here after my short film are going to be simple dimple. And I need to really start packing because it's July 5th and I'm leaving in 10 days. Actually, 9. Actually, 9 days. I have to leave on July 14th because the flight is July 15th, 1:15 a.m., which is not going to be a problem. I'm a late sleeper, but sheesh. So there's that. And I will also go to Nijia Market to buy a clove of garlic for some reason. And from now on, whenever I go to the market, I need to start buying stuff that's like, that I know I'll be able to finish in 9 days. So I won't buy big boxes of ice cream, big drinks anymore. I'll buy everything small. And there are things that I won't be able to finish. I'll just tell Cindy to finish. Or there are things that I can store, but you know, that's that. So that's that. Buy a clove of garlic, stuff, things, and that's all for today. Alright, I forgot to mention 3 things that I wanted to say last night. So, first of all, or this morning, so first of all, I shouldn't have bought the shirt at Target yesterday, which is right here. I shouldn't have bought it because as far as pajamas go, I have 2 sets right now that I constantly wear that I'm comfortable wearing on my bed. And 2 is kind of enough. What I actually need are pants. I have 2 pajama pants, and one of them is really old, and the other is long pants. What I actually need is pants. So I shouldn't have bought shirt, even though it's only $6, so it's not a huge deal or anything. But yeah, there's that. Next up, I would like to say that the canker sore I have right now seems to be healing. It seems less painful than yesterday. It still hurts like a bitch, and I hope it heals tomorrow because I have a film to direct. Third of all, I spoke to Pink a little bit last night. Pink suddenly, randomly WhatsApped me last night out of nowhere, asking me, is my semester over? And I told her, yeah, my semester's over like on June 11th, which is like 19 years ago. But yeah, and I told Pink, I'll be coming back. Like she already knows, but I'm emphasizing it. And Pink's asking me because I told Leia about how I want to play badminton, and Leia told Pink. So Pink's like, yeah, all right. And then Pink started to talk to me about her current situation in her life right now. Not only is she doing a lot of yoga and strip dancing, and she's like a bartender in a cat bar or a cat cafe or something like that as a part-time job or a full-time job, I don't know. But Pink's been going on a pretty crazy trajectory. Like, the first time I've met Pink, it was in Form 4 back in late 2017. And back then, Pink was a small, skirmish, sad, traumatized little girl who has very serious depression and suicidal issues. And now she's not strip dancing, pole dancing. Well, to be fair, she's pretty stripped in these videos. She's like wearing just a sports bra and like underwear and that's it or something. But she's pole dancing and she's like doing lap dancing as well and very sexy ass moves. Like if it was another girl doing it, I'd be like, what the fuck? But it's Pink and I know her, so so yeah, so she's going on this trajectory, and last night she told me that she's been using Tinder, the dating app, to make friends essentially because after she broke up with Leo, and that is when Leo started to transition into Leia. Pink felt kind of alone and kind of lonely and didn't feel very good. And she just wants to connect with people, so she started using Tinder because of that. And she met a couple boys. And by boys, I mean men. Like 20-something years old men. Like one of them is a gym trainer and the other is a badminton coach. And the former of which, or I think the latter of which, tried to hang out with Pink many times. But Pink wasn't really interested in him, but Pink doesn't want to be rude, so Pink finally agreed to hang out with this guy. They watched a movie together, and this guy is like dumb or something because the guy doesn't know where to find seats in the cinema, doesn't know how to exit the cinema. Apparently, cinemas in Hong Kong, or at least the cinema they went to, have separate entrances and exits. What? How do I not know that? I go to the cinema a lot. um, but there's that. So, man, this is like real world shit. Like, if I was back at the school right now, if I was 17 or 16 and I hear rumors that somebody's using dating apps, it's like, wow, such a real world adult thing. Like, this would never happen to me. But now we are in the real world. We are adults now. And it's crazy. It's just crazy that this is happening to us. Now, I'm not going to use Tinder because I believe in like natural love, like natural. I don't want to force. I don't want to forcefully go out there, but I respect Pink's decision. But yeah, again, I and Pink continue to talk about how like just crazy how people change. Like again, Pink has gone onto this trajectory. Leo has turned into Leah. Like I don't know how much Cedric has changed. I've changed. Um, I've gone through some pretty dramatic changes myself, and man, my hair is just I'm like Astro Boy. What the fuck's wrong with me? Um, yeah, everybody's changed, and I believe even Natalie's changed. Natalie's profile picture and her WhatsApp status and everything is all like very plain and cliche now. And I believe Natalie is. I don't know how many percent of her right now is still this, crazy psychotic little demon, that she used to be. This emotionally unstable, messed up, crazy, quirky, kind of edgy little demon girl. I don't know how much percent of Natalie right now is still that girl, but it's probably not a lot. And it won't be too long from now when Natalie fully becomes a normal person. Um and that's kind of sad, and I wish, but I know in my heart that Natalie will never forever be completely normal. Like I feel like there will be forever a part of her that's like, even if it's hidden, even if it's hidden in her mind or her heart, like there's a little insanity left. And I wish I could say the same thing to Mary. I wish Mary would retain some of her edginess, you know. But I believe it's all gone for Mary. It's all gone for everyone basically, and it's not really gone for me. See, another thing is I don't know how other people work. Maybe it's not gone for everybody, but they just turn it into something else. And that's what's going on for me, is that I turn my edginess to something else. I've gone through my edgy phase. I've gone through parts of life where I feel hatred for everything and the society and everything, and I have a very strong sense of style and character, and I just internalize that and turn them into like movies and filmmaking. So now my personality, I meet people and I say, "Hi, what's going on? Oh, can I get your Instagram? I'm not. Wow, that's so nice. Ha 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 ha. Wow, let's hang out again some more time. Yeah." That's me. But but I project another part of me onto my artwork, onto like scripts and cinema. So you see short films with crazy like trippy edits, characters going insane, vomiting blood, shoving food in their mouth. That's like the edginess that I used to be, but I just turn it into something else. And I feel like a lot of artists do that too, Just you cut off a part of yourself and then turn it into art, and you forever like grow a part of yourself and cut them off. Like that's what's really happening. But it's a really interesting thing, It's a really interesting thing how people change and stuff. And I also just sent out the call sheets to the actors, to the three actors, and tomorrow is happening. Tomorrow is definitely happening. And yippee-ki-yay. No fucking way. Alright, so this is what I got. I looked for so long, and I thought the market doesn't have any garlic. Turns out they do. But it's hidden on a shelf and it's packaged like this. You can't buy one garlic, you have to buy three at the same time. Here we go. And because it would be weird if I just only come here to buy garlic, so I bought something else. Ta-da! Royal milk tea. Yes, I hope it tastes fine. I don't know. Alright. I didn't mean to press record, but it recorded anyways, so okay. Time now is 10:36 p.m. Let's wrap it up today. Um yeah, it's been a chill, nice day. Nothing all that crazy happened. I texted the Chinese boss lady asking her for the money, and then she called me after she received texts asking me if she could Zelle me. So there we go. I haven't received the money over Zelle yet, so I don't know if she really did it or not, but I'm gonna check a little later. Because she owes me money, okay? This reminds me that I also kind of want to go to the bank at some point before I leave before I leave LA, to deposit some cash. All right. Another thing is, um, I went to Nijia Market, came back, and yeah, this makes me want to talk about something about sort of the community of Sawtell, the Asian concentration in Sawtell. I always thought this is a more Japanese concentrated place, but turns out I feel like basically all of the Asian Americans, or most of the Asian Americans in West LA, all concentrate on Sawtell anyways. And somehow, because Chinese Americans are the number one biggest population of Asian Americans in the US, somehow there are still tons of Chinese Americans in Sawtell, almost like half and half ratio with Japanese. But don't get me wrong, like lately I've been really noticing it, I guess. But whenever I go to Nijia Market, I'd say 85% of the customers are of Asian ethnicity. I don't know how many are Asian American, how many are native, but from time to time I would also hear Japanese being spoken, Japanese family. Like today there was a child, and the child was like yada 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 outside of the supermarket, and it's just funny. And this also makes me think like, wow, like, you know, people are born here. Asian Americans, first generation Asian Americans, second generation, they're born here. So to those parents, how can they bear the thought of giving birth and raising a children in another country? Because I don't know, man. Maybe I would have to do that in the future. That is if I have children, of course, which is a long shot. But like this whole idea is actually a pretty wild concept. You have to be quite brave to do that. And so I was just so interested in Asian American immigration and Asian immigration in general to other people, to other countries, because different usually immigration just kind of increases over the years, but things trigger immigration. Because of the handover of Hong Kong back to China, tons of people from Hong Kong immigrated to Canada. Because I was also doing research on like what sort of Hong Kongers are there that are celebrities outside of like in the Hong Kong, of course. And there are actually a lot, especially like VTubers like Selen Tatsuki and like some people on Twitch. Like there's a woman called Yvonne and there's another woman called Wendy something. Like they're Hong Kongers, but they're clearly, because of how well spoken they are, I can kind of guess, and because of how they act, I can kind of guess they're more like raised in raised in America. So they are the product of this immigration. And I saw that a lot of them come from Canada, so I realized like wow, like the Vancouver It's probably a lot from Vancouver, and I was just really interested in how these patterns are. Like how so many Hong Kongers are in Vancouver, so many are in London now. Recently I've seen tweets about how more and more Cantonese are being spoken in the streets of London because of the crazy number of immigrations in 2019 and 2020 because of the protests, or I shouldn't say protests, because if I say because of the protests, it's like I'm blaming on the protests because of the government. So these patterns are kind of interesting, kind of dystopian, kind of interesting. And like the more I think about it, the more I realize, not that I realize, but the more that I think that every single person in America, unless they are Native American, are here for a reason. Whether they are like 10th, 11th generation Irish, or first, second generation Korean, or a Gen Zero Hong Konger, or eighth generation Italian, or something like that. Like everyone's here because one of their ancestors or a few of their ancestors decided to come to the US. And that must be for a reason, whether it be just a regular immigration or because of civil unrest or something like that. And I just think that's kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, 11th generation. It probably goes all the way back actually. If Irish Americans and English Americans and French Americans probably go all the way back to like 1700s and 1600s, like Puritans in New England or some shit like that. That would go all the way back to 20th generation. But yeah, that's that. Um, in other news, there's the bigger news that is the short film stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, I am ready for tomorrow. I will be waking up at 7 a.m. tomorrow, which is extremely early. So I'm gonna try to go to bed at 2:30 tonight. As stupid as that seems, because I literally woke up at 12:50 this morning. But I'm gonna try to go to bed at 2:30 tonight and have maybe 4.5 hours of sleep, and then at 7 I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna either have cereal or sweet potato pie, and then I'm just gonna go. Christian's gonna pick me up, and all is planned. So the protagonist actor, Pastor's son, will arrive at the Central Plaza, near the Central Plaza, at around 8 a.m. We're gonna have a shoot for about an hour, and then 9 a.m. we're gonna have a shoot for scene 2. And at 9 a.m. that is when the old man will show up, and then at 10:40 the woman will show up at the temple. So it's actually happening. And I don't have an exact budget, honestly. I will spend whatever I need to spend, and I know this is a very low spending short film. I never intended to like throw money out there or something. In fact, I believe out of all the short films I've made, aside from the first one, this is the cheapest because I'm not really paying the actors nor the crew. But I will be paying parking fee reimbursements, lunch, and another $20 for renting some lighting tubes. And that's it. That's the budget. That's in my head. I'm not even gonna write it down. I'm so unprofessional. I know. But there's that. Now, that's all. I feel like that was a huge dinner I had. I realized that I have so many vegetables. I would check the fridge and I realized I still have 2 to 3 more portions of gailang in there. So I have gailang, I have cabbage, I have mushrooms, not vegetables, but I'll eat it with vegetables. I have eggplants, I got spinach. That is like 5 vegetables. Usually I would have 2 or 3. This is 5. This is insane. So I just ate double the portion of vegetable tonight. With the spinach salad and then the cabbage mushroom. And then tomorrow night I'm gonna have eggplants, and I'm gonna have the friggin' gailang. And yeah, that's amazing. That's crazy. And I also have a lot of food in general. Like I have candy, mochi. I have 2 candies in there in my cabinet right now: the Haribo gummy bear, the Sour Patch Kids. Like I am stacked. And that also means I've spent a lot of money. So there's that. Um All right, and that's it. I don't think anything else there is to report. So there's this the Chinese girl, my mom's colleague's friend's daughter. Um, Over the last few days, I've been asking her about, maybe I need an E-mount lens. So the Chinese girl asked her friend, who's also Chinese, over WhatsApp, and then she asked me if I could read Chinese, and I said, yes, of course I do. So she sent a screenshot of her conversation with her friend, her cinematography guy friend, her camera friend, and and at the end she just said, go to this website, and then she sent me this website, this renting lens website. So basically, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna pay money to rent another lens just because. I mean, it would be better for the artistic craft of it, but who cares? So yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. And then nothing else. While I was having dinner, usually even back in Hong Kong, back in 2020 and 2021, I have a habit of just eating dinner alone and watching videos while having dinner. And I still do that, but I guess in LA that would be different because in LA dinner is all about socializing or the American culture in general. And while I was having dinner, I was watching a video of China Insight, this YouTube channel that provides pretty good coverage of what's going on in China. And I watched a video about Xi Jinping coming to Hong Kong and how like he fell asleep, Carrie Lam fell asleep, and Deng Bingkeng also fell asleep during like Lei Gaqiu's speech, and and I was watching it, and Cindy just randomly asked me like, "What are you watching?" And I said like news, and she's like, "America, U.S. news," and I'm like, "No, China news." And she's like, "Oh, what's going on? Did something happen?" I don't know where to even begin to explain. Like, I always hear her, especially when she had these phone calls, I always hear her rant and vent about American politics. Oh, Democrats are doing this, Republicans are doing this, there are so many shootings, abortions, blah, 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 which are very much true. And given that we are living in America right now, we need to be aware of these things. But she never really complains about politics from her own country, which is Cameroon. I don't know why, but I personally, I care about American politics and I talk about it from time to time, but I care even more about Chinese politics and Hong Kong politics because it relates to me even more. So that's something she will never understand. So she's like, US news? No, the world is bigger. This is similar to when the psychology professor from winter semester was like, the police, they're kinder to Asians, right? Except when she talked about Asians, what she meant was Asian Americans. We're different. I'm not Asian American. I'm Asian. And I'm a Hong Konger at that. If I see a cop, I wouldn't be happy. Like there's a YouTube clip I've seen, like a in real life stream of like Connor, Sea Dog VA, and Chris Broad in Japan, and they were eating some food, and then a cop came out, and I was like, oh my god, there's a cop. What's gonna happen? And the cop didn't do anything. But as a Hong Konger, I am now sensitive to seeing police. I'm now really sensitive. Seeing a policeman makes me feel unsafe. If you're black and American, you may feel the same way. If you're white and American, you may not feel the same way. If you're Asian American, you may not feel the same way. But I'm not you. I'm not Asian American. But for an average American, the world is America. But there's more to there, There's more beyond that. So, but yeah, and I talked about, I asked her, you may not be very caught up with the news, but Xi Jinping came to Hong Kong and there were so many police on the streets because, and then she asked, who's Xi Jinping, an athlete? And I'm like, no, the president of China. And that's not very much true, actually. He's more like the chairperson of the CCP, but president of China would be a better way to describe it, I guess. And he's like, ooh, sorry. So she knows all stuff about the Roe versus Wade abortion stuff, the shooting that just happened in Highland Park on July 4th yesterday. But she doesn't even know who is the chairperson of CCP, which is equally as important as these news because he's running genocides. He's doing wars, massacres, border dispute with India, assisting Russia in the invasion of Ukraine. He's doing all that stuff. But yet, a lot of people in America knows the situation in Hong Kong, but yet they don't even know 1% of what's actually going on. There is a huge lack of awareness because Americans only care about America, which is true, but I wish they care about more. So, there's that. But I was also kind of surprised when I learned that there are 600,000 Hong Kong Canadians. They're probably like, again, with D and D's children, and me just learning about how there have been more and more Hong Kongers born and raised in America now. So like children, they're not even raised yet, they're just born. They will be raised. They will become Hong Kong Americans. They are first generation now. What was I gonna say? I was just shocked. Because there are 7.5 million people in Hong Kong and a lot of people left, but 600,000 is a huge amount. And then there's another I don't know how much. I think 900,000 in US, and in California alone 100 and something thousand. And they're mostly probably concentrated in LA and San Francisco. And just the future of my people. I just feel the heaviness. The future of my people, man. And a lot of them are in London, a lot of them are in Taipei, a lot of them are in Vancouver. There have been a lot of Hong Kongers immigrating to Tokyo, in Osaka, in Japan, maybe even in Seoul. Just the future of my people and our children and our grandchildren and our family trees all over the world. It's like it's unbelievable. It's unspeakably heavy. So I don't know. I just care about so much. And again, the more I live in America, the more I just think I'm different from them. I mean, I am different from them from the first place, but when I live in Hong Kong, I don't know how different I am from an average American. I consume a lot of American TV and American entertainment on YouTube and whatever, and movies, American movies and stuff, and I listen to a lot of American music. And surely I do fit in. I understand the cultural references 95% of the time. And I understand what people are saying 99% of the time. But I'm still so different because of the culture and lifestyle and the way people here treat politics. Especially in LA, a lot of people are radicalized, very left wing. But even so, I don't think, I think a lot of LA left wing Americans put politics in their daily lives, as in, I'm gonna exude my politics in front of my friends and rant them on Twitter, but not make politics my life purpose and not make my life purpose political. I will still pursue my, I don't know, OnlyFans game, my porn, or I will pursue my trap rap game, or I will pursue some other thing. But my entire life purpose has been politicized now because of the very brokenness of my home. And some people, I've seen over Twitter, some people are even saying, oh wow, America's so close to being like a straight up fascist, authoritarian 1984 type regime. Well, sorry for you. And I care, trust me I do, but I care even more about my home because my home has already become an authoritarian 1984 type regime. And now I'm fighting. People see me walking on the streets, they have no idea how hard I'm fighting. and how hard we're a lot of us are fighting. Like every step we walk, every breath we take, we are contributing to our survival as a culture and our identity against a political monster. Whereas politics in America, still very popular. A lot of teenagers and young adults are very radicalized, but now politics in America is simply a fashion statement. People can still have a say on things in America. A lot of mainstream companies and organizations are still very left wing. You don't have to be that afraid. I have to be. Because the mainstream thing right now is evil. It's authoritarian. It's fascist. That's mainstream. That's the good thing. And the underdogs are the ones fighting for democracy. We're the underdogs now. That is horrifying. Look at Myanmar. Myanmar is arguably even worse with the military coup, but not a lot of people in America cares about Myanmar anymore. Why the hell is that? Speaking of Myanmar, reminds me of the Milk Tea Alliance where Hong Kong and Taiwan and Thailand and Myanmar formed a four-way alliance called the Milk Tea Alliance, showing support over the internet. That's fucking sick. That's awesome. It's these things that makes me feel proud to be a Hong Konger because of coalitions like this. So yeah, I know I've been ranting a lot on politics. There has been a lot on my mind, and I just don't see myself being American at all. I just don't fit in, really. Alright, time now is 1:42 a.m. in the morning. Before I take a shower and go to bed, I would like to say a few words because it is once again one of those evenings where I'm going to be shooting my short film tomorrow. It's been a little bit over, actually 1 month and 1 year since the last time I shot my short film, which is not that long ago. This is my first time making a short film in LA, and this is going to be a very interesting experience, and I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I am a little worried, a little scared. I feel underprepared, honestly, because I just went through my script again, and there are tons of things that I didn't thought through. Like when I tried to visualize a short film in my head completely, scene by scene, there are actually tons of loopholes. So I realized that I haven't thought about everything through. And there are also a few changes after I went to the location of the shoot. There are a few changes to the script. I don't know, man. This is also the first time I'm working with old people. So I guess that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I added some notes in my script, and hopefully I'll be acing tomorrow. I'm going to be waking up at 7 a.m. I don't think I've ever woken up this early in my life here in LA so far. I think I did, actually. When I wake up for Film 40, when I lived in my second host, I think I used to wake up very early during those days. But yeah, I'm gonna just take a shower and go to bed now. Again, I don't really know what to say. I'm a little anxious, I'm a little scared, I'm a little excited, blah blah blah, all that shit. I'm gonna call my mom, receive some blessings, and hopefully I'll pull through. I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Because I've never shot a film in LA. I've never worked with old people. I've never worked with non-Hong Kongers before, and the fact that half the cast is going to be Hong Kongers mostly, and the crew is going to be all non-Hong Kongers except for me. So this is going to be a weird one. I'm going to try to be bilingual throughout the whole shoot, which is going to be very interesting and weird and insane, and I don't know. I'm late. I'm running late. Um, so wish me luck, everyone. Wish me luck. Hopefully, I do something great. Hopefully, with every shoot, I hope I get more and more dominant as a person, like more and more assertive and dominant, and like I'm the fucking director. Listen to me, because in my when I shot Information Blackout, even though I'm the director, I didn't even direct it. A bunch of people like helped me with stuff. I don't even know what's going on. I'm so passive and I'm so undecisive and like. And then in the third short film, Dreams of an Empty Street, I was so much more dominant and assertive, and that's great. And the result is a lot better, even though the short film is nowhere near like how I imagined it. At least I think I was more decisive there, but my producer told me to be even more assertive. So I hope I do that tomorrow. I need to be assertive. I need to say yes. When I say yes, I say yes. When I say no, I say no. And I have everything planned out. I'm Hitchcocking it, okay? All the shots, all the scenes, it's all played out in my head. All the blocking, everything. The editing, even the way it's edited, I kind of have it in my mind already, even though I'm going to leave a few editing choices for myself. The number of shots, the schedule, everything's accounted for. They're all in my head right now. I have it all in my mind. I'm going to fix my shot list a little bit later before I go to bed. And basically envision the whole thing in my head again. But I'm really happy that I and Christian went to Chinatown a few days ago to practice the shots and to design the whole thing. Otherwise, tomorrow would be a clusterfuck. But yeah, I actually exactly have an idea for tomorrow's shoot already because we straight up went there. And I looked at the footage on the camera. So there's that. I'm calling my mom now. Good night. Good luck to me.